going on, Jerome's? So when the Minnesota Vikings re-signed Dalton Risner, who had been left guard last year, it was assumed that he would be at minimum competing with Blake Brandel, who they had installed with a 3-year contract as the starting left guard during OTAs. But the question is going to be open competition at both guard spots, with Ed Ingram heading into year 3. The former second-round pick has been a stalwart at right guard over the last 2 years. So was it going to be complete competition at guard? Because even though Ed Ingram has improved markedly since his rookie season, still had that forced fumble on Cousins, as well as he's the only offensive lineman that has a sack on the stat book. It's kind of weird, man. But Kevin O'Connell addressed that on the Rich Eisen Show on Monday, and it is a full-on competition. Quote, we bring back Dalton Risner, who's going to compete like crazy at the guard spots, with both Ed Ingram, the incumbent right guard, and Blake Brandel, the guy who's penciled in at left guard. I said that today, so it's good. It is absolutely good, because the whole thing about it is, what's the point of bringing him back if he's only going to compete at one spot? And Ed Ingram, even though, yes, he was a high draft pick of this current regime, he shouldn't just be gifted a starting spot. Like, he should have to earn it. And last year, eyeball test, Risner was good. I think Risner was solid. Stats-wise, 57.1 PFF grade, 30 pressures, 0 goose egg, Andrew Russell. Sacks allowed, only 3 penalties. I feel like that was relatively good to go, right? But what dinged him is PFF didn't like his run blocking, but no one's run blocking was good last year. Ed Ingram, who started the majority of the season at right guard, 958 snaps, 59.5 PFF grade, 42 pressures, 5 sacks. That doesn't even count the forced fumble and him sacking Cousins. Also 7 penalties, which is no bueno. And Brandel, remember, Ingram was dinged up, and Blake Brandel actually played 163 snaps at right guard, 55.1 grade, 8 pressures, 2 sacks, 1 sack and 2 penalties in there. So, no one's a world beater right now, but the whole thing about offensive line is continuity, is chemistry, and all that stuff. But I say screw it. I say screw it. Like, the best player needs to play, and maybe that should bleed into Garrett Bradbury. I don't know, but the really, you can take to the bank 3 starting spots: Darisaw, O'Neal, and yes, Bradbury. But the 2 guard spots should be completely wide open. And I want to include Diamond Dan Feeney. I want to include Michael Juergens into that competition as well. If you truly are committed to playing the best 5, and this isn't lip service, no, it has to be a full-on, the best 2 will play. And we're talking about rotations with the ones, both in training camp and preseason, as well as joint practices, etc. And at the end of the day, Chris Cooper, Kevin O'Connell, y'all decide who the best 2 are. So I'm good either way, whether it's Brandel and Ingram, or Brandel and Risner, or Risner and Ingram, or Brandel and Juergens. I don't care. Don't care. Just get the best 5 out there and give the quarterbacks in this offense the best possible shot. Like, it doesn't matter how much you got paid. It doesn't matter where you drafted. It doesn't matter if you started last year. What matters is if you can bring it right now. So, props to Kevin O'Connell and company for really, truly making this an open competition, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Dalton Risner is indeed going to compete with both incumbent starting guards. Blake Brandel, well, Brandel wasn't incumbent. And Ed Ingram. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.